Odisha has a rich tradition in handlooms. Their products are known for their highly artistic designs, color combinations, and durability. So I thought I'd visit a small weaver's village to see how they're actually made. I'm at a village called Buddha Jayantipur in Nuapatna, which is famous for using centuries of tradition woven into cloth. This is the one place where you'll find many of the weavers using the old style of weaving, which they've been doing for generations. But their most famous style is the tie and dye pattern here, which is popularly known as ikat. This community of weavers are also closely linked to the Jagannath cult. In fact, one of the specialties of this village is the very rare inscribed Geet Govinda textile. The Geet Govinda, by the way, is a lovely and romantic rhyme about the love shared between Lord Krishna and Radha. This rhyme is considered extremely dear to Lord Jagannath, who is a form of Krishna. Every night, the deities at the Jagannath temple in Puri are dressed in a special Geet Govinda shawl, on which phrases of this rhyme are woven. Traditionally, only 3 alternating colors were used in the Geet Govinda textile: green for Balabhadra, red for Subhadra, and yellow for Jagannath. It's really fascinating to see how most of the roots of the art, dance, and culture in Orissa can be traced back to Lord Jagannath. Cloth is still woven here on pit looms, and the design takes the form of horizontal stripes. The motifs are mainly floral and have fish or animals which are highly stylized. Traditionally, the fabric was only made of silk, but with time, the weavers also started using their techniques on cotton. The process of making the beautiful ikat fabric is very arduous and requires great skill. The first step is to dye the yarn by successively wrapping and tying different sections of the bundle, and then applying one color at a time. This way, the dye penetrates the exposed sections and does not touch the wrapped ones. The color scheme is predetermined with extraordinary precision, so that when the dye threads are woven together, the design appears in the finished textile as if by magic. Orissa has so many historical and cultural little jewels, but the 3 excavation sites of Lalitgiri, Ratnagiri, and Udaygiri are supposed to be amazing. First Buddhist excavation site I'm visiting is called Lalitgiri. It dates back to the 1st century. It climbed up the ladder of sacred importance during the 1980s when relic caskets were found inside a stupa. Many people believe that the fragments of the bone that were found inside these caskets were that of the Lord Buddha himself. The next Buddhist excavation site is Ratnagiri, which lies in the Birupa River Valley and is another famous Buddhist center. A large excavation has unearthed 2 large monasteries, a big stupa, Buddhist shrines, sculptures, and a large number of votive stupas. that archaeologists have also dug out a rich crop of ancient artifacts. Some of the highlights are the large Buddha and a host of idols of the Buddhist pantheon. In fact, this head of the Buddha indicates the colossal nature of the original pieces. The excavations here reveal that this Buddhist center was built way back in the 6th century. Both Ratnagiri and Udaygiri belong to a much later phase. In the beginning, this was an important center of Mahayana Buddhism. But around the 8th century, this became the nucleus of Tantric Buddhism, and that is when it spread to other parts of India and around the world. The last site of the Diamond Triangle. It's called Udaygiri. It's the largest Buddhist complex in Orissa, and recent excavations have revealed the ancient name of the monastery as Madhavpur Mahavihar. Chronologically speaking, the Udaygiri Buddhist complex was built after Ratnagiri and Lalitgiri. These monasteries probably flourished between the 7th and the 12th centuries. The excavations brought to light a sprawling complex of 2 brick monasteries, a brick stupa, a stepped stone well, and rock-cut sculptures. The highlight of this trip is visiting sites where Buddhist life and culture flourished hundreds of years ago. Broken pieces of sculpture in ancient ruins are unbelievably exciting. But the unexcavated areas are what will really be a mystery for art lovers and archaeologists for some time to come. Stay tuned. My journey comes to an end with a visit to one of Orissa's most unique tribes, the Santals. Orissa has numerous tribes that comprise more than a quarter of the state's population. Many of them have now adapted to the mainstream Indian lifestyle, but some have managed to carefully preserve their distinct way of life. I'm traveling through Kionja right now, which is predominantly a tribal region. In fact, one of their oldest and most distinct tribes are known as the Santals, and they belong to the pre-Aryan period. Namaste.
Namaste.
Kya haal hai?
अच्छा है.
Although the Santals knew I was going to drop by for a visit, I was completely taken by surprise at the warm traditional welcome.